All right, hey, welcome to Greenlight. So today we got some Blu-ray releases, not a lot like usual, but we have 1917 and Grudge out today. So let's get started right away. So if you haven't been here before, my name is Jovanni Santos, and we usually do filmmaking tips, Blu-ray release videos where we talk about Blu-ray releases and their special features. And this is one of those episodes, so we're going to be talking about the special features. I also talk about music videos and music video projects that I've worked on as well, and feature film projects as well, and things like that. So we talk a lot about filmmaking stuff here. So if this is your first time, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I also do movie code giveaways for new movies, and we will be doing a movie code giveaway for 1917. So let me get myself back up on here. For 1917, we're going to be doing a movie code giveaway. So stick around for that. I'm going to have an unboxing video release with it, and it'll say movie code giveaway right next to it as well. So let's get started. We're going to be talking about 1917. And 1917 is a phenomenal film. It's directed by Sam Mendes. He directed, what do you call it? American Beauty. So let's pull it up here. He did American Beauty. He did Skyfall and Spectre for James Bond, and then and many other films, like a film that I like, Road to Perdition, a great film. So this is the front cover 4K Blu-ray, and from what I hear, the 4K render of this film is phenomenal, and it'll look phenomenal on your 4K television with your 4K Blu-ray. So definitely one to check out that's out there. I'm currently waiting on my Blu-ray copy. It's 12 over here in South Florida, so it should arrive between 12 and 2 p.m. So I'm expecting that later on at some point today, and then I'll jump on real quick and we can do the giveaway for that, as well as an unboxing video for that film. Alright, so we always talk about the special features, so I'm going to show the back end right here. Here we go. This film's rated R, and it's very strong film. Sam Mendes, and then you get a cinematographer like he worked on Skyfall with him as well. It's damn, he just won an Oscar for this, and I can't remember his name exactly. Let's see. Alright, it is going to be... Damn, why can't I remember his name right now? It's a problem when you remember everybody's work. Of course, it's Roger Deakins, and he's one of my favorites right now. He's worked on Blade Runner, things with Denis Villeneuve. He did work on Skyfall, and I don't believe he worked on Spectre. I could be wrong, but let me know in the comments below. I could be wrong on the Spectre part, but I know he's worked with Sam Mendes before, many times before, and this guy is phenomenal. A phenomenal cinematographer. His lighting and his use of shadows and everything like that is very apparent in this film, especially trying to keep everything exposed in a coherent way for the story. Because it's all in one shot, so well, at least feels that way. There's a part later on in the film that kind of like goes away from that, and you feel like there could be a cut there. But the way they creatively do this is amazing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in here, and we're going to look at the back end here and talk about the special features that are out for this film, and more or less the reason why I bought the film online as well on Amazon. I mean, everybody is at home right now. It's kind of weird. I usually don't buy Blu-rays on Amazon, but I wanted to make sure it showed up here while I did the show, and while I'm with my family and taking care of my son and everything like that. We're hanging out at home, and social distancing and stuff. So we're doing our part like everybody else. So I guess it just kind of worked out that I ordered it on Amazon. My wife told me to do it, and I just did it. And I mean, like I said, I don't usually do that with Amazon, purchase like the new movies, but I might do it with Star Wars. If you're interested in Star Wars, I haven't seen the latest Star Wars movie. I've seen everything up to now, including Mandalorian, except for maybe the Clone Wars show. I've seen like bits and pieces of the first couple seasons, and I know they're on like the 7th season on Disney Plus. But that's straying away here. Let's just get right into real quick the making of here. See how the filmmakers achieved this immersive cinematic masterpiece. The Weight of the World, Sam Mendes. Oh, excuse me. I'm drinking some coffee here. Wow. So this is obviously a marketing type thing. See how the filmmakers achieve the immersive cinematic masterpiece. And that's pertaining to the one-shot method. And it's happened before. They've done it. Many movies have been done like this before. But one of Sam Mendes' films, there was a very, very long scene. And that takes place in Spectre. If you ever seen the new James Bond movie Spectre, which takes place right before this latest one that's was supposed to come out in April, but it's scheduled for later on this year in November. No Time to Die. So if you're a James Bond fan, you're aware of Spectre and the long shot, the Day of the Dead parade, and going through there. And he was on a mission and to assassinate somebody. So, I don't want to give too much of the story away and stuff like that, but he's there on a mission, and it's a long shot, and it just keeps going and going and going, including with a huge epic action scene, like towards the end of the scene, all in one shot. So they've done it before, and that's what's great. In this movie, they really show off how they perfected it. So phenomenal film. Definitely one to check out if you're into war movies, or at least like can feel for the war aspect of a film, especially when it's a period movie like this in 1917. It's really interesting. Sam Mendes is definitely paying homage to his grandfather, I believe, for this film. It says here, Weight of the World, Sam Mendes. So I believe he's going to go into it here about his grandfather, and his grandfather just sending a message through. He had basically go through behind enemy lines and stuff like that, just to find another infantry, I believe, where somebody's relative is, to tell him about something. And give him some information. I don't want to give too much away. Definitely a movie to check out if you haven't already. That's definitely going to get into where the story came from and everything with Sam Mendes. And then the next one I see here is Allied Forces, which is Making 1917. So this is a little more specific, telling you where all the technical things are going to be about this film is in one little documentary. This is I believe it's a Universal. Yeah, it's a Universal releasing. So this could be 30, 40 minutes. I'm expecting, something like that. My lowest expectation on this is that they could be like 20-something minutes each. I'm hoping all of them are fairly long. There's a third one here. I see the score of 1917, and we'll get into that. But the making of here, I know they're going to get into the long shot and how they did it. They'll probably even give away some of the techniques and tricks that they've done, having things wipe in the frame and everything like that. This has been done before with wiping of the frame, and if you ever seen Alfred Hitchcock's Rope, this is a very, very old film. I would check that out. It's one of my favorite films, including Rear Window. Rear Window is actually one of my favorites, even though they remade that film into Disturbia in a way. But the Rope movie was really interesting, and the whole movie essentially is one take or a one shot type of method, and it's the way they had actors brush by the camera, and they would be like, once it would like look like it goes black or something like that, and they would do this slight cut right away into right into the next take or the next shot, because back then they couldn't do a whole one take type deal with the cameras they've had because of the film reels, and they only last like 30-40 minutes, I believe, something like that. They were like 30 minutes top is what you're able to record in one shot. So they've done that in that film, and just to see how far we came from in technology, in storytelling, in filmmaking itself, it's great to check out these old films, and a movie like Rope is one to see if you are interested in this whole one-shot method and seeing, how they tie everything together and really immerse you into a film such as this. So check this film out and check out Rope. I really highly recommend that. Let me know in the comments below if you enjoy Alfred Hitchcock films and these one-shot methods as well. And the next thing I see here is the score of 1917. The score was phenomenal. I don't believe I know who did the actual score of the film, but I don't believe I know who did the score, but this is definitely going to be a really cool little documentary here about the making of the score of this film, and to see how an orchestra basically gets into the whole storytelling as well. And this is what's great, is that when you have a film such as this, you need a really big, you need like big trumpets and huge sound, a great presence on screen, capture your attention when it comes to like the tension of this film that takes place in this film actually. So all right, let's see here. Okay, we got some cool stuff as well. And it says includes all bonus features in 4K resolution as well. So for the 4K, so if you're getting the 4K film, you'll be you can expect that. So I'm thinking they're all like 20-30 minutes. Definitely check them out and let me know in the comments below if you learned anything from that. And I'll love to talk to you about it as well. As soon as I get my film, I'll do an unboxing here, and I'll most likely check out the making of it later on this week. So definitely talk about it and see what we can learn from that. So at Best Buy, they have, I'm gonna bring it here, is the Steelbook Case. Very interesting, and since I've seen the movie, I totally understand what inside here, this still that they have here is really, really interesting. I love that when they're like, when you open up a Steelbook case and it's in this action kind of pose, and then usually they have a dramatic, minimalistic look in front of the Steelbook case, which is so cool. Like something like this, that in between the numbers you can see like an action taking place, and you got this sunset going on with the blue and the orange, and that's really what the whole marketing color scheme is for this film. So very, very exciting stuff. see. And then our next film that we're going to be talking about here, me and my wife started this film on VOD, but we haven't finished it. My wife's seen the original, well, not the original Grudge, but the PG-13 American version Grudge, and we tried to watch this. This is a little way creepier, and because it's produced by Don't Breathe, an Evil Dead director. I believe this is the Evil Dead remake director, but I know I saw Sam Mendes in this credit as well, which is the original Evil Dead director, creator. Sam Mendes is actually, shout outs to him, he's gonna be in a Marvel film very soon yet again. If you know, did I say Sam Mendes? Well, I got Sam Mendes in my head. Sam Raimi, another Sam. So it's Sam Raimi that I'm pertaining to. He's the original Evil Dead director. Excuse me for that. So let's fade in here. And courtesy of Blu-ray Dan, I have his links in the description. And everything that I talk about here is in the description down below. Just IMDb links, more for you to learn and see who's in what film and who's got ties to other films and stuff like that. So there's a 1917 IMDb and there's the Grudge IMDb. So you can find out whether or not who produced it or not. And I know Sam Raimi produced this as well, as I'm hoping or thinking that it's the remake of Evil Dead director as well, the director of Don't Breathe. Don't Breathe was great, by the way. Great film. Lots of tension in that film. And such an original story too as well. Let's see. I'm going to zoom in real quick so we can talk about the special features here. But it seemed very, very interesting. The main actress, the lady there, I know I recognize her from a Black Mirror, I think, episode. I believe it was a Black Mirror episode. I know it was a BBC movie or something, probably, like horror film. But let's zoom in here. And then this other lady here on the left, my wife recognized her from The Conjuring. So, and oh no. She said we were trying to figure out where she's from, but I think she's in The Conjuring as well. But it was Insidious over here on the left. So if you've seen this film, you know what I'm talking about. So there's a couple cameos and stuff and people that you may know in this film as well. But it looked really good. And it had a lot of tension, totally different than the PG-13 version. But from what I see here in the back end, great thing about horror films is they usually have great extensive behind the scenes. So I see here is making of The Grudge. So that's definitely, since this film is, I believe it's a Sony. Yeah, it's a Sony releasing, so it could be 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes too. They're surprising sometimes. And then there's a behind the scenes with the cast and crew, so that looks like it's going to go a little more extensive as far as maybe everybody else's department, maybe. A lot of these, they usually interview different departments sometimes. This could be a cast interviewing the actual crew as far as their department. Bless you, Logan. Bless you, man. And then, so basically, they're going to be walking around the set and stuff like that. So it'd be good to, a lot of these are usually commercial type behind the scenes. So it's good to read between the lines and look behind what they're not really pointing at. So behind the actors' heads or the crew's heads and stuff like that. But they could, because they including the word crew here, they could end up talking about what each department is doing, maybe even special effects and stuff like that. So let me know in the comments below if you're going to purchase this film either on Amazon or or in Best Buy or at Target or anything like that, if you're able to get into these stores, also let me know in the comments below about that. Practice social distancing as well. Don't forget about that. And then I see here there's extended and alternate scenes as well. So that's great for writers and directors as well. Just knowing what ends up on the cutting room floor and what doesn't move what doesn't propel the story forward. The next thing is Easter egg hunt. So they have, I guess, a bunch of Easter eggs in this film. It says here, up on the top, it says over 40 minutes of special features, including alternate ending and bonus scenes to terrify for theaters. Too terrifying for theaters. So basically, yeah, it is over 40 minutes. It says over 40 minutes of special features, so I'm expecting the two documentaries here. It says making of the Grudge. Definitely got to be like 20 minutes or so. And then behind the scenes with cast and crew, probably another 20 minutes. So it says over 40 minutes. Could be more. So that's why it could be close to 30 minutes each. So with all that being said, let me know in the comments below if they gave enough information to understand how they made the film or not. And then the Easter egg hunt connection to the Grudge franchise. Okay, so yeah, the Easter egg hunt. Yeah, it's definitely going to be getting into a lot of like the history of the Grudge, and maybe even the original version, because it was I believe it was a Korean film. Let me know in the comments below. I think it was a Chinese film or something like that. But let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on that. And then we'll go on to our next film here. And the next film I see here is The Song of Names. And it has Tim Roth and Clive Owen. I don't have the back end to this, but I don't believe there is any making ofs with this film. Usually with dramas, big dramas like this, a lot of the money goes into the actors and the creators of the film. They usually don't have anybody to do the making of or anything like that, or do a documentary of it, because you got to pay somebody to do that job and do it right. So there is a behind the scenes type deal. But if there is one, let me know in the comments below if you purchase this film. But it's a very interesting film, a drama movie that's not really in Clive Owen's IMDb type list of movies that he's done. But he's got some dramas in between there, and he's very, very good. But he does a lot of like action thrillers and stuff like that. And then you got Tim Roth here, and I've seen him many times in like many other films, including Pulp Fiction and I think it was Four Rooms or something like that. I guess they're like Quentin Tarantino projects and stuff. But he was also in Incredible Hulk not too long ago, the one with Edward Norton. And he played Abomination, I believe his name is. So he played Abomination in the Hulk film. And our next film I'm going to put up here. Not a lot of big heavy hitters, but this one is DDay, Battle of Omaha Beach. I believe this is a World War II drama, the day that changed the world. Yeah, I believe this could be a World War I drama as well. It could be a World War I drama. D-Day, it seems like it takes place in the same time as Saving Private Ryan, and I believe that's World War I, which is what 1917 I think was as well, but I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments below. I know my history, just can't remember right now if that's right or not, but I guess this is perfect for the releasing of 1917 around that time as well. Let me know in the comments below if you check this film out or you're looking to purchase it on Blu-ray and DVD. And then we got one more here. I definitely don't believe there's any special features for this film exactly. And then our I'm just going to go into the next film. Our next film here is Come to Daddy. So we got Elijah Wood here, and Elijah Wood is in his, I don't know how many horror films he's done, but he's in another horror film for himself, and it looks like it takes place in Los Angeles. Or it could be in the middle of nowhere, I could be wrong. But this is Lionsgate releasing, so there could be special features. So let me know in the comments below if there are. Usually horror movies, like I said, they tend to get people to record behind the scenes stuff. So this is something definitely worth checking out. And let me know in the comments below again if you do find it, if it does have anything there. Elijah Wood's really good, especially in these independent type films that he's been doing. A lot of these major actors doing these independent films where for them they have more creative control and working with their director, and the director has a lot more control than they usually do, so it works out for everyone. And then there's like interesting stories told because of that type of stuff. So let me know again in the comments below if you are checking out this film. And if you really enjoy these type of videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, notification bell, so you know when I do videos like this every week. Later on today, I will be doing an unboxing video of 1917, which is something that I definitely am looking forward to. I know... Oh, let's see here. I know I should be getting it later on today, but let's see. I should be getting it between now and let me get myself put it up in here. I know I should be getting it from between now and 2 o'clock, it says here, and 2 p.m. So let me fit it in here. Oh, it doesn't let me. So it's not letting me do it from the internet, but it's saying it should be arriving today, my Blu-ray. So I will be doing a giveaway. So don't forget to hit the notification bell, so as soon as that comes in, you can sign up for the giveaway. All I'm asking is that you comment down below, and we'll talk about the unboxing and everything like that. So until then, I'll see you soon. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on my personal Instagram and my Greenlight Instagram as well. And I'll be seeing you here next week or until the next video. So later.